Hello. In this short video, I would like to discuss how you can derive a demand curve. Now, from your textbook materials, you have learned that demand-related information can be provided to you in two basic forms. The first form is what we sometimes refer to as a demand schedule, which is basically a table that shows the relationship between price and quantity demanded. And so it basically, you collect information about the product, the price of it, and the quantity of that product that are demanded. So you also have learned that quantity demanded refers to the amount of goods and services that consumer is willing to and able to purchase at a given price. To illustrate this demand curve or demand schedule, they are basically the same thing. One is a graphical representation and the other one is a numerical representation. Imagine that you are basically conducting a survey and you are asking people how much they would be willing to buy at given prices. So you give the respondents a set of prices and you ask them to quote how many of the goods that they are willing to buy. In this case, we are looking at a hypothetical example of a smartphone market. And based on the information that you collect, you put those information in a table where you try to understand the relationship between price and the quantity demanded. You notice that as the prices starts going down from 300 to 250, from 250 to 200, the consumers or buyers appear to be signaling that they are willing to buy more and more of this same good. So from the table, it appears that as the prices go, price goes down, there appears to be an increase in quantity demanded for that same product. Now, you can represent the demand behavior in a table like that, or you can take the same information and put that in a two-dimensional diagram where price is measured in the vertical axis and quantity demanded is measured in the horizontal axis. You take each of these pairs of price and quantity demanded. For your sort of understanding, you can also label them, and you can put those pairs in a two-dimensional space and you represent them as different points on the two-dimensional space. After you join these points that shows those relationship between price and quantity demanded, you basically draw a line that captures all these points, and this graph, or in this case a straight line, is going to be the demand curve, which basically represents the same information that you are seeing in the table. So demand theory can be explained by a demand schedule, which is basically a table, or it can be represented in a graphical setup where the graph is called a demand curve. So that leads us to the sort of a conclusion about how we can derive a demand curve. A demand curve shows a relationship between price and quantity demanded, and we can derive that demand curve by using demand schedule related information. Thank you very much.